amigos and amigas, Javier here for Hum of the Earth. Signing in from a beautiful day here in Sogamoso, a town or city, small city northeast of Bogota. It's actually my first day in the city, and for the first day we have an important mission: finding a place to live. I've already tried researching some places online, but for some reason not too many were posted online that for rooms to rent. So we're going at it the old-fashioned style, just walking around, looking in windows, hoping to find something. And we're equipped to do so because I just went to the Claro store, which is the cell phone provider, which I believe is still the one with the most coverage in Colombia nationwide. So we've got a working phone here, so we can try to struggle through some conversations on the phone about apartments here. So you might be wondering to yourself why someone would want to move here, given that there's so many well-known places that are fun to live in Colombia. Why this relatively unheard place in the department of Boyaca? Well, that's exactly why. It's because there's a lot of things to see and do around here, and I figured that geographically this would be a good center point. I'm not really sure how awesome it's going to be living in the city here, but just from walking around last night talking to people, I think it could be fine to good to great. Bit of a sleepier town than bigger city like Bogota or something, but seems, I don't know, fairly quaint.
Qué pena, no hay sin moneditas.
Oh,
Sí.
lo siento, no tiene el
Sí.
cambio. Gracias.
Espera a ver si consigo un billete de mí.
So that meal you just saw was 5,000 Colombian pesos, which is about $1.20 US. To living in a city that's not everyone's first choice is that things are quite a bit cheaper. I haven't seen too many foreigners or people that look like me around here, but it doesn't seem to be an issue. People's jaws are not dropping. Some people are a little bit surprised, but something I actually enjoy, not having the pretense of other people that of having had foreigners already come to your city for the wrong reasons, because unfortunately a lot of foreigners come to Colombia for sex and drugs, but here I'll have a fresh slate, and it's kind of fun to be something different in town, or someone different in town. So it's not going great so far. I did find some places that were for rent, but the majority of them were not furnished, and I'm not really interested in buying furniture since I'm only going to be here for like 1 or 2 months probably. There was one place that was furnished. It was just a room, I believe, but there's already 10 in there that was going to move out in 10 days. But the landlord was kind of a bit of a character. He didn't really want to talk to me that much, so I don't know about that one. Worst comes to worst, I can go back there in 10 days. That's what he said, and then look at the apartment. He said I couldn't look at it today. And that place was only 250,000 pesos, which is very cheap. It's like 60 bucks a month or something, so probably not super fancy, but I'm not a fancy guy, so it could work out. They had all the services, Wi-Fi, everything. Fortunately, no HD TV, which I want to plug in some of my stuff, but that can be purchased and sold if need be. So there's this spot on top of the hill here, and apparently someone's gonna show me an apartment with furniture in it, so that's fun. And so that place we just saw had really nice owners. I spoke to both the owners. The place was super nice, modern, had everything you would want, and there's actually trails in the back that go right up the mountain, which is pretty cool. But it was a little bit more expensive than I wanted. It was 800,000 pesos, which is more than 200 US dollars, which would be more than what I was paying in Campeche and Merida in Mexico, where I just was. And considering that Mexico is more expensive than Colombia right now, kind of don't like the idea of paying more for rent in Colombia, although it was a really nice place, so definitely would be treating myself, but I will consider it for sure. Really nice place, really nice owners, and I think everything would be pretty smooth there. But yeah, definitely want to find a few other options, because I definitely ideally would like to pay less. Day 2 of apartment hunting in Sogamoso. Today we're doing the southern part of the city because I got a good tip from the hotel host, because I mentioned that I wasn't finding very many smaller studio apartments for one person, and she said why not go to the south of the city where the university is, because there's probably quite a few there for students, which makes sense, and there might be some available because of the pandemic, because I don't think the university is open right now, so maybe we'll have better luck today. So today hasn't been super successful either. I've only found one apartment that the owner could rent it to be furnished, but I think it wasn't such a small apartment, and he wanted 850,000 pesos, which again is more than I want to pay. And yeah, I continue to be surprised at the prices here. I was expecting cheaper, but I'm thinking because I didn't find a lot of ads online and there isn't that many places posted, it might be a situation where there's more demand than supply in the city, and that's bringing the prices up. Because I was looking online and I was finding some similar prices for similar type places in Bogota, which is kind of the most expensive place in the country. So anyways, we haven't gone up right against the university yet, so maybe we'll get some more luck as we get closer.
Fuerte ese aplauso, todos los comentarios en este momento.
Yesterday, towards the end of the day, I found a student apartment, but it did not have a television, and I realized that it's probably the part of town that I didn't want to be in, kind of far from everything, a little bit more how could I say nicely, gritty. Anyways, less food options around and stuff, further away from the center of town. But it was a good price though, at 250,000 pesos, which is like, yeah, like 60 US dollars or something. So very cheap. I have the option of going to see it today, but I don't think I will end up going to see it. But at the end of the day, I went to see some hotels in the center of town, and they were, for the most part, all very open to giving a reduced rate for staying a month. And I actually found one place that was really nice for 600,000 pesos a month, which is like $180 or something, maybe $70, 170 US dollars. And it had like a little desk, a chair, a bed, a nice bathroom, and a flat screen TV. And outside of my room there would be a nice big table next to a to a window to work from. But with that option, I would not have a kitchen, which I don't really mind so much because I would be right in the center of downtown, and food here is very cheap. Like you can get a meal for like less than $2 easily, even like $1.20 in some situations. So I don't really mind not having a kitchen because I don't love cooking in the first place, especially if it's only for me. But it is not quite as nice as the other place that I saw, the kind of expensive studio for $800,000. So $200,000 price difference. Better location for the hotel. The other place is nicer. There's the hills right behind me to go on hikes. So not an easy decision here. So I sent a message to the woman with the nice little apartment saying that I liked the apartment, but I thought it was maybe a little bit too or more than I wanted to pay. And I said I would take it for $600,000. And she said, well, actually I've gotten an offer for $900,000 already. So I messaged her and I said, congratulations on getting a better offer. And that I'm fine, I found a place. So I've selected a room right smack dab in the center of town. Not where we are right now, literally right in the middle, like next to the main Central Park. So that should be pretty fun, getting to eat all kinds of food, be close to everything, right in the action for $200 a month. Let's check out the room. And I've been here for 15 minutes and the place is already a mess. Don't think that miniature garbage is gonna do, but this TV will. Guy from the reception managed to sneak in the HDMI wire here so that I can be entertained. I have a little workstation here. Decently comfortable bed, nightstand, a thing for stuff, view of the supermarket, and a pretty decent bathroom. Everything Corona. Pretty sweet. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you weren't interested in moving to Colombia or Sogamoso, chances are you probably thought it was kind of boring. But coming up on the channel, there should be some pretty fun adventures. There's a lot of cool stuff to do around here. Hiking in the mountain, checking out some old traditional towns, and etc. So stay tuned.